Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist. It's still Saturday, and Saturday means a couple of things around here. It usually means tech analysis, but what it's meaning as of late is it's time for a rant. Now, quick, right before we get into it, do I 100% believe everything that's about to come out of my mouth? The answer, just no. Sometimes I do these just for fun because, again, this is something that gets talked about. It gets a couple of players, a little warm. I don't want to say heated because, again, it's usually not that big of a deal. But again, these are like the same topics. We're always talking about them. And it's just fun to just kind of like go on and on and on and on about them. And today's is going to run a dual purpose. Number one, I saved this video for this week. Well, this weekend. And I've been struggling. Should I do a ban list video? Yes, I should do a ban list video, but then I should rant about ban lists. Okay, so it was late November when we got the newest ban list, right? And some of you may not know this yet, but when this was updated, was on the 21st. So I'm telling you right now, on the 21st, I knew about this. I knew about this immediately. I got messages from my teammates, some of the people that I correspond with that sort of help out behind the scenes for the channel. And I was like, what do you mean we already got a new ban list? We just had one on October 3rd, and I totally missed that one because you guys took the whole month of October off for some reason. And I thought it was really funny because we got an extra ban list. So let me go over the ban list first. Let me do the normal thing, okay? Because there are some pretty crazy picks on here. Some things I think that should have been done. So again, we're not going to look up the October 3rd list. Instead, we're just going to kind of go through here. And when we see a new remark in here, that's when we're going to go off about a card. So again, there was only 2 new cards banned. And one of them was Curious the Lightsworn Dominion. There he is. And I kind of get this one. 3 monsters, same attribute, different types. If a face-up card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect while its owner controls it, target card in the graveyard added to your hand. Each of the following can be used once per turn. If linked summon, send 1 card from deck to grave. And if a card or cards is sent from deck to grave by an effect, send top 3 from deck to grave. So again, I mean, I get it. Like, it's a good card, but like, I don't really see like Lightsworn over centralizing again. But it's not just Lightsworn that's going to use it, like at all. So I get it. It's fair, and maybe should have already been done. And as you can see, there was like no notes as to what it was beforehand. It's just new to the list. So this did just drop from 3 to 1. So this may be that we are going to get some new support that's going to actually break the card. And Konami is doing like a little preemptive action, which is fine. Or there's something broken in the game that they missed a month ago. Because again, you just issued 2 ban lists back-to-back months. That's goofy. And then the other one that was banned was Mystic Mine. And I hear you guys cheering through my camera. Yeah, I get it. This thing is a pain in the butt. And I'm glad because, it's not that a card like Mystic Mine shouldn't exist. But, like, this thing was at 3 as well. Like, this card had no business being at 3. Like, put it to 1. You've already got 1 terraforming. You've already had Metaverse down to, like, 1. And then, nobody uses Demise of the Land at all. So just go ahead and do that. And then there's no field spell searcher for this. It's not like Harpies where we could drop the Queen or the Gravekeepers where we could drop the Commandant. It's not like Lair of Darkness where we have Arima or insert the other, dozen field spell search monsters, including Planet Pathfinder, I believe. But again, this is fair to take this out of the game, guys. I'm not saying that you guys couldn't have just run some back row hate. Again, touching on one of my last rants. Guys, come on. MST has been around since what? Spell Ruler, Metal Raiders, something like that? It's year 1 of the game is what I'm trying to say. Year 1, it was printed 2.5 times a year since with like 50 different iterations of the spell card. And then you guys are telling me you can't run that of Twin Twisters, a Harpy's Feather Duster, or Dust Tornadoes, or Breaker the Magic Warrior, or insert card here? Like, come on. There was no reason for all y'all to be suffering to the Mystic Mine when you guys could have just simply run some back row destruction. Now, again, I know it's not that easy. I understand that a dedicated Mystic Mine player was going to protect the mine. But, like, come on. There are ways around things, and you're just being silly. And that was really it. That was it for the 2-1s. Now, you might notice something missing in here. And that's because Konami finally gave us some things back. So let's go into the next list. So this is going to be the limits to 1. And again, it's your normal stuff. You know, you can't have Exodia at more than 1 copy apiece. Same thing with Cyberjar and Stein. Again, Cyberjar was a recent bring back. I'm not sure if it was errated. I haven't checked it out yet. Destrudo, he's been back for some time now, maybe. Maybe he was last list. First thing I'm seeing is Herald of the Orange Light. And I didn't pull one out of the collection for the video. Because, again, I only pulled like 4 cards. There were only 4 that were super interesting to me. Because I don't really play fairy typing. But I do get it. I get why you'd want the Herald of the Orange Light out. It is like having extra effect veilers. But, guys, they're not going to be banning effect veiler anytime. They're not going to be banning our infinite impermanence anytime. Can we just do that? Can we just play those? But I do get that there's like this whole fairy loop thing, and it's awesome. It is. It's a really good build. So for those of you who play it, enjoy it. But again, I think that was it for the 2-1s. It was. Going up to 2, we have a card that was originally at 1 last list, the Duelist Recital Starling. And again, this would be more of a Celestial Duelist question. She is the Winged Beast Mistress. Like, she's just the master of all things feathered. And again, I think this is one of the decks that she was working on. But again, since we basically haven't been going to the card shop and everything's been buying packs, buying singles, or buying boxes in collections, we just kind of slowed down how fast we could build to specific things, and we're just building opportunistically now. But again, there's only like 3 cards limited to 2 in the game, which is actually kind of cool because it shows that like they're good, but they're not super broken to where they either need to be at 1 or gone. And again, like Pot of Desires, I expect to see that there for almost ever. Same thing with Destiny Hero Malicious. Every time Konami's jumped him to 3, they immediately break the card again. And you can't put him at 1 because then you really wouldn't play him because like he wouldn't get his effect at all. So it makes sense that he'll always be at 2. And then there's the things that came off. We got 4 things back to 3. And this is insane. So like first up, Fire Formation Tanky. So this is really good. We could go back into almost like the, I don't remember if it was 2010, 2012, 2011, somewhere in that time period. There was this beautiful build for Gladiator Beasts where they teched in the like Fire Fist Bear or somebody. And it was just like this really cool tech GB. Again, there's a whole bunch of Fire Fists. I don't see why we're not playing them right now. But there are a lot of other good decks that would benefit from this. I'm not sure if the Lunalights are considered to be Beast Warriors. Just off the top of my head, again, another Celestial build there. But if it is, you know, Fire Formation Tanky stocks are looking up. So Beast Warrior players looking for some good stuff. You'll notice the Metaverse is now unleashed. And again, I get it. If the biggest, baddest field spell in the game just got taken out, then there's no real reason to take Metaverse out. Again, I would recommend they leave Terraforming at 1. Terraforming is more of an instant gratification thing. Metaverse has to marinate for a turn, sit face down before you can activate it. It gives your opponent some time to flip up that face down MST that nobody plays anymore in order to bop it out of the back row. And, you know, destruction then negates because of timing. But the 2 I'm the most excited about, the 2 I want to play the most, is the Dimensional Fissure and the Macrocosmos. Now, I was literally just arguing with my boy George about this. I said, how are we about to get in Speed Duel the teacher's deck from the Slifer Red dorms? How are we going to get his deck And I know that there's going to be Macrocosmos and Speed Duel because we're going to get the Helios Magistus, Duos Magistos, Trace Magistus, and we're going to get to play the Suns. Again, like, how are we not about to do that with this card limited to 1? And this list answers it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play like a couple of banish decks. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, number 1, I'm going to play Grenmaj Deiza again and slightly different because this absolutely changes the landscape of the format and the way that the game should be played right now. This right here is just enough to disrupt that deck entirely. But also, I think there's another tech thing I might be able to do, and I'm willing to give that a shot too. So there are 2 things I'm thinking about, and I want to try them both. So keep that in mind. But I got a rant now. I got a rant about ban lists. And as of late, what I want to say is, Konami, why does it feel like every time that you make a ban list, you guys are just correcting what you should have done on the previous ban list? And I mean, I'm only arguing about it this time because you did them 1 month after another. We had one that went into play in October, and then at the end of November, you announced that it's going to be at the beginning of December. That means you missed some cards. That's on you, Konami. I mean, I love you. I'm still going to play your game because I enjoy the game. I'm way too invested in it to quit now. But how are you going to keep releasing the ban lists like this? Back in the day, we knew we were going to get one every 6 months. Now, your tagline is, next ban list will be out in a few months. We'll be out in a few months. We'll be out shortly. We'll not be out sooner than 2 months from now. It used to be very scheduled. You guys used to give us one every 6 months. Then I think it went down to like 5 or 4. Then it was like every 3. And right now it's like 2 every 2 months. Okay, this is a cool concept. I like a ban limit list. I think that it keeps the game fair. I love the fact that it isn't like other card games. Okay, Magic the Gathering has this entire concept where they just shift out entire sets of the game at a time. And they don't exactly disappear. The way that it works in that game is different. But it's to keep your players buying your product. And again, that game has been out over 27-ish years now. At this point, I think. Maybe 30. No, close to 30. Because I want to say it came out like 93, 94. So getting close to 30 years old. But they have a fan base. It's how their game was presented. For us, we were always told, cards can come back. Look at here. We were told cards can go. And again, we're okay with that. We know that we have an entire traditional format. Traditional meaning that all we've got to do is if a card is banned, we get 1 copy. You get 1. So for some reason, if you guys ban the Harpy's Feather Duster again, I still get 1 if I'm playing traditional. Which is crazy because nobody builds traditional decks. Maybe that's something we ought to start. But I don't get how you guys are going to do this and then not make it super obvious that you guys messed up on a ban list and you just had to make another one to prove and go like, look, no, we looked at some other cards that needed to come out, come out of hiding. It's almost like you're taking this away to make me happy and then sneaking this out to make me even happier. And then there's like some other stuff going on in the background that maybe I don't even know about yet. I don't know. It just seems, what is the word? Sneaky. Because again, you could have just as easily banned Mystic Mine and Curious, 2 months ago with the October ban list. Because it's still November. It's November while I'm filming this. But it's fine. We still love the game. I do think that these going out and these coming all the way up to 3, I do think that's a good move. I do like the Tenki to 3. I could care less about the Lyrilisk because, again, I'm just not sure what it does. So, ignorance is bliss. It could be a game breaker and I wouldn't know. And And Tanky. Tanky's awesome. So maybe that'll give us some other decks. And we'll do some other fun stuff with that. Now, quick note before I let you guys go. And again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to the whole thing. I know sometimes I'm insane, but I appreciate you guys way too much. If you don't know how much, go watch the Simorg beginning of the beginning of the Simorg video, where I tell you exactly how much I love you guys. So that's cool. But moving on, any deck, including the Kusilo deck, because again, we've known about this since the 21st. This is going out. Should be out on like the 26th, 27th, whatever Saturday is. Because this is pre-taped. Any deck after the weekend, so like the Kusilo deck, the Nordic God deck, we will be building those with the December 1st ban list, so that moving forward, just in case, I don't think any of my decks are truly affected by this recently. We want to make sure that you guys can enjoy them for more than just watching the video and then realizing it's already December 1st, you know. So you guys go do your thing. Go, thumbs up, comments, whatever. Support us if you like us. But really, the thing I want to push, drive home today, I want you guys to go out and have a wonderful day. Do that for me. That is your favor to me. If you do that, I will be the happiest YouTuber alive. And guys, just go out and have that great day, okay? Make it about you. Do something for you. Enjoy it. And I'll be here tomorrow with some speed duel content, all right? See you later, my friends.